I have always enjoyed civic engagement, working with people, helping them discover their assets in their community and seeing it through a different set of eyes. With Community Heart and Soul, I have the opportunity to work as a coach and train them, and seeing the skills that get built through that, having them discover these things for themselves and just leading them on that journey of self-discovery so that they, reinstill pride in their town, that they talk about the things that are right with their town and rediscover what they are and make it part of their upfront narrative.
I get excited when I think about the opportunities that Honesdale Community Heart and Soul could provide for us, because I've studied and gone online, been at a couple of Zoom meetings to see what happens in other communities. And I look at the models from those successful programs that have been run, for example, in Carbondale, probably the closest one to where we are here in Honesdale. And I think if they can do that, we can do that.
I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm really excited for the data gathering and the storytelling part of it. I find that every time I hear a story about town, it deepens my understanding and appreciation of town. And that part of the process I think could be great. I've tried really hard to reach out to as many groups and people in town as possible and be someone that they feel comfortable talking to. So I think those parts of the process will be really fun to sit down with folks and lend a listening ear.
So the role I hope the Community Foundation plays is to not only work to provide the funding necessary and get the funding necessary for this project to succeed, but to also be listening intently to the residents of the community so that our grant making and our community impact work is informed by that feedback. So that's really important to us as an organization. And then individually, I hope to be able to connect more deeply with my neighbors and the people that I might not have been introduced to yet in the community.
The Cooperage has done a good job of convening folks from different pockets of the community. We could always do better, but that's something that I see a skill set. I'm also like to make things fun always. So if you have food and you have some entertainment, you make it fun, people will come. So I would love to be involved in that piece of gathering folks and making it a good time.
Sometimes my biggest role is just helping people connect. Being the person in the room who can read the room and see when somebody is either holding back and doesn't feel comfortable to speak up, and kind of helping pave the way for somebody who perhaps isn't quite ready to fully engage.
The world's changing so much, and community means such a different thing now than it did 10 years ago, let alone 50 years ago. So creating a place that preserves what's special and beautiful and, traditions where they make sense, but still can remain agile and adapt with the ever-changing times that we're in. I think that that's really, really important. And a place like this, what better place to do that?
We have a committee and they're all really excited. I'm really excited to get that out to the community and have their input and see what they say. And hopefully we've built something that's for everybody. I think that's the most important for people who live here, especially for them to be really proud to say, I live in Honesdale.